Yo, what's up, guys? What is up? Just want to touch base with you guys again today. Um, this is Sham Scam. Do me a favor, give this video a like and subscribe. It does help me out, get me out there a little bit. But I did want to go over today's market, especially with the AMC and GameStop. But I personally today sold out of some positions just to throw into AMC and GME because of all the horrible manipulation that's been going on in the market. But man, we've been taking a beating. Freaking what did we get down to on the low today? We got all the way down to 879 in the after hours. But man, dude, I mean, we're seeing a comeback. But the only reason we're seeing a comeback is because it was aftermarket hours, of course. But as I was talking about yesterday, how they've been shorting. God, man, they were attacking the ETF so hard today. And I'm going to show you in some of these slides here, in some of my tabs, the correlation of what's been going on and how these hedge funds, man, they're just pulling out all the stops, and they're desperate. They're desperate. In my eyes, they're desperate. They're pulling out all the stops to try and drop the prices of these two stocks, and it's gone as far as to hit the ETFs that these stocks are commonly associated with, and that is why you've been seeing a major drop in the market as a whole. I mean, it's absolutely disgusting. People. I've even sent messages to the SEC saying, like, when are you guys going to start investigating synthetic shares and stuff like that, because this is just ridiculous. And now the whole market is suffering because of it, because these hedge funds they're the ones that are knocking everything down. People, plain and simple. There's no doubt about it. Looking at the correlation between, if you just look, like, it's simple. I can just flip through here. That's GME. I mean, when they took a dive, and the lowest they got to today, man, I almost thought they were going to drop below $100, and I would have been sour patch kid, man, if I saw that happen. But I'm strictly, like, right now I do have a couple shares of GME, and I am strongly watching it, because I think what happens with GME is going to correlate with AMC, because everything that happens to GME does correlate with AMC anyways. And because right now, I'll be honest with you, the ones the hedge funds are really targeting is GameStop. They really want to knock this down as best as they can, but I think it's stronger than they think. But they are definitely desperate, But they hit the Russell 2000 hard today, man. And people are like, how does that play into play? Well, there's a lot of ETFs in that, and a lot of those ETFs do hold GameStop and AMC. There's 35 ETFs with AMC in them, and there's 63 or 65 with GameStop. And I'll get into that here in a minute. But you can just in here, I'll go ahead and show you what the Russell 2000 looked like today. And of course, they don't have an after hours, people. We all know that. But look at this, and I mean, just look at the core. You can see, they shorted the hell out of this mug today, dude. I thought it was going to go on a rise today, but they shorted it strong, man. They shorted it really strong, and unfortunately, as you can see, the correlation, it affected GameStop and AMC damn near the same. And that's where I come to that these people are shorting these ETFs, because the correlation and how the price was going up and down is it's impossible for that to happen. There's not, if retail investors were trading, like, back and forth, the price would not move in that fashion. So that's why I keep trying to tell you guys, don't panic, don't worry. This is just another one of their tactics to get people to sell their shares, and just hold strong, apes and monkeys, man. You got to hold strong. I mean, the NASDAQ took a whacking today, man. I mean, goodness gracious. We took a nice whacking today, but it's all right, man. I'm telling you, and we might take another dip tomorrow. But the one thing I was gonna say, everybody, is, like, it's kind of hilarious. At least for, like, almost every stock that's in the Nasdaq today. I mean, a lot of them. Oh man, a lot of them are they have the SSR rule in effect for tomorrow. So we should see some rises, and some of the ones that you didn't think you would take a big dip in like that tomorrow today. Some of them took a big dive, some really hard ones. But just to give you an idea of, like, this is why the market went down. AMC is, there's 35 ETFs that hold AMC. And let's just click on one of these ETFs and see what else is in there. I think they show. I haven't gone any farther than this, but let's see if they show what's in this ETF. We shall look together. What do we got in here? chart. Does it say anything? I will find out what. I will. Okay, here we go. See, here's some of their top holdings. And look, GameStop's right there in that one. See, AMC and GameStop are in a lot of the same ETFs together too. But look at all these. Look at all these stocks that you see in these. These are the top 10 that weigh in there. All right. Oh man. They got a lot. These ETFs, they hold lots of stocks in them, and when they decide to attack those, it affects the whole market across the board. And on top of that, their ladder attacks, they've been doing that strong still too. They're creating synthetic shares and sharing them back, selling them back and forth between two hedge funds, possibly three or four, and they're selling them back and forth to each other at a lower price to drive the price down. And that's if you get on Reddit, there's a lot of places, and I'm going to get onto Reddit. Like I have something I wanted to read that I thought was interesting. I kind of liked what this guy wrote. But you know, there's like, and look, there's six there. Well, now it says 62, but uh, 62 ETFs that hold GameStop. I mean, there's a lot. Man, look at all. Yeah, and they're nailing all of these, man. They're getting all of them, man. But here, and I did. There was a guy that did some great DD that I saw on Twitter today, and I'm gonna pull that up, and I'm gonna read. It's a little bit of a read, so bear with me, folks. But I just think that this is something that you guys need to hear. It was great. I shared it on my Twitter page. If you guys get a chance, I mean, please, drop in, give me a follow. It's all for entertainment. Nothing but love, and I just want to, I want us all to have fun and make some money. But I'm going to go ahead and read this guy's DD, and it has a lot to do with what I've been talking about and going into like why the ETFs have been shorted. I mean, he did some good DD on it today. So, anyways, number one. And this guy's Carlos Trades. I just followed him today. He's got a good following, and he seems like he does his DD, so I like what he had to say, and I'm going to share what he had to say with you. It was great. But AMC and GME have been directly in incredibly dire circumstances the past 2 weeks. After building up so much momentum, hedges have pulled the rug from under their feet. GME in particular has been the focus of attacks, though the impact has also reflected equally on AMC. All right, and he got some charts here, and he's showing like throughout the day and what's been going on, throughout not just the day, but in the past couple weeks and months, but showing where these ETFs, been attacked at. All right, let's take a step back and reflect again on how hedges have indirectly attacked GME and other meme stocks like AMC, indirectly through ETFs. Take a look at the charts here that demonstrate the price action similarity between ETFs and GameStop. And we can go ahead and click on that. I'll go ahead and pull it up. So here's one. And he did shows like where an attack happened, and it shows like correlated with the other tickers. There's another dip. That's each time they took an attack on us. All right, and this is over the past, and now we're getting smoked. That was an SPR ETF that he was showing there. But let's go ahead and move on. 3. Today, thanks to big communities like WSB and many others, we have further proof that hedges are becoming increasingly desperate to take down GME to the point where they have pretty much shorted the entire Russell 2000 in order to force the stock value of GME down. All right, and this is on Reddit. It is available, but you'd have to find it. I've been trying to locate it again, but this does show a lot of what's been going. I mean, look at all them ETFs that have been getting smoked. Yeah. This isn't an ETF. Then it's just been getting smoked. The iShares Russell 2000. Look at all this stuff. It's just been getting smoked. Vanguard Russell 2000 smoked. But oh man, ProShares Ultra Russell. Yeah, man, look at that, smoked. GameStop Corp. Smoked. Just getting smoked. Anyways, 4. You may be asking, what does the Russell 2000, I was actually explaining that earlier. What does the Russell 2000 ETFs have to do with GME, right? How are they related? GME became the biggest company in the Russell 2000 index. Look at the images for confirmation and evidence of proof. We see, we look, we bend, we go. All right. Number 5. Why in God's name did Hedges attack the entire Russell 2000? Well, let's look back. Look at the image here and keep in mind that this applied to both GME and AMC. But the real target has always been GME. Naked shorting first dropped the price. That was when the first spike happened. Naked shorting, ETF shorting, entire market shorting. And we can show that it's almost in direct correlation with almost AMC and GME. They're almost like identical in a way, like in how it's been happening. They have broken apart here and there, but in general, you can tell when whatever they've been involved in, and with some other stocks that are in their ETFs, have the same kind of correlation as they do in some ways. And it's crazy. It's insane, like how that they're getting away with this stuff. 6. Not enough people sold. Then it blew up through a squeeze, and more people gained confidence this wasn't going down no matter what. Then they attempted attacking the ETFs, which are funds that are made up of GME, AMC shares. But the people didn't sell. Now they are attacking the entire Russell 2000 ETFs, since initially ETFs with big GME holdings didn't work. This is a scorched earth policy for them. It's no longer about simply GME. It's about attacking everything they can to make everyone dump everything, in hopes that it has an effect on AMC and GME. And I was talking about that in my last video, folks. And I totally agree with this guy. And he's trying to push. They're just gonna, it's like you said, a scorched earth thing. This is as far as they're concerned, it's gonna be the what is it, the Thunderdome, 2 man enter, 1 man leaves type crap, but that's pretty much what they're doing. 8. I cannot overstate this enough. They are literally attacking indexes now. They are spreading themselves out so much through these attacks. I no longer believe in their shorting strategy. It simply won't work. So the question stops being how long until they cover, and becomes how in the hell do they even cover when they won't even be close to having the money? The way I understand it goes first by the funds who shorted, then the notorious market makers. They will be forced to liquidate all assets they have to pay for their short shares that they borrowed. I also suspect big government investigations when this blows up, and tons of bailout petitions on the Senate. Of course there will be. We all seen them do this before, folks. 2008 was a prime example of testing. I don't even want to go into that. That was a very tragic thing for a lot of people back then. A lot of people lost a lot of money and homes and all that stuff. Man, it was disgusting. But nobody is selling GME, and same goes for AMC. And I'm telling you that now, folks. I ain't sold. I'm buying more, and I will continue to buy more. I will buy more, until something breaks. That's where I'm at. Until something breaks. If the whole thing comes crashing down, so be it. At least I know that we're making a statement, and if we go down, the way I'm looking at it, if it all goes crashing down, it's going to be all on them. And I don't think this time around they're going to get away with what they did back in 2008. They're not going to get the bailouts. They're going to be forced to close. Or they're going to, the hammer is going to come down. I just believe that. All right. All right, because it implies that the price has decreased is literally to an elaborate scheme. It's a lie, a fugazi, a Matthew McConaughey said. Remember, a pullback was always going to happen. All you have to worry about is not selling. Days are going to get harder and redder, and I believe that too. I do think we'll see some green here and there, people, but I think they're going to try and drive this down and drive it down as hard as they can. But carrying on, number 12. From here on out, the whole market is also suffering from high bond yields. AMC, GME, that is true, are also victims of poor circumstances of the current mood of the stock market. Even with days like today where GME had no volume and lost over 20% of its value, you cannot sell GME. You cannot sell. GME, in my opinion, is one of the safest stocks out there for those longing it. If you are a short-term trader, do not play it because you will lose your money. What is coming is a red wave that will shake everyone and can fall below $20 again. I don't know if it's going to get down that low. I have a hard time. Even what they're trying to do now, I don't think they're going to get it below that $100 mark. Man, I mean, if they do, man, that would suck. But I don't think we'll see it that low again. If I was to be conservative about it, I'd say the lowest we'll probably see this is hit $80. I don't think it can go any lower than that. I think it has too many. It's just too much for GameStop to drop that much lower again. I mean, God, you know, not with everything that's going on. And if it does, then the SEC definitely has to step in because that's a pure sign that there's no way it could do it without having illegal actions behind the scenes happening. Plain and simple. Number 14, we do not go on. We do not go from here. Where do we go from here? Sorry. Now we wait. Hedgies are raising capital through these shortings by also grabbing positions on GME and AMC and many other stocks. When they squeeze, they too will get a sizable portion of the rip. These people are POSs, not stupid. He's right. They are pieces of shit, but they are not stupid, and they are professionals. Anyways, expect the market conditions. Expected questionable tactics like naked shorting, index attacks, ETF manipulations, and OTC selling to continue. Expect to be vilified and mocked by the media, in particular CNBC. Your job is to simply hold, and that's what I'm doing: buying and holding. Simply buy and hold. And I will tell you this, people. I've told this people, please just trade with something. If you're going to get in this, make sure it's something that you're willing to lose. All right. Because in the end, really, no one knows what's going to happen. But as the DD points, it is everything's in our favor. And I strongly believe that AMC and GME are going to be big winners. So, anyways, they will do everything they can to get your shares at a discount. Don't give it to them. You think they are pulling all these things for nothing? They are on the verge of collapse, and honestly, the only thing that can save them is shorting GME and AMC to the point where they can actually buy some at the bottom. And when GME and AMC and other stocks explode, rise to the top, get some earnings, and possibly get a bailout by the government. I agree with them there. But I don't think the government's going to be saving some of these guys this time, man. I hope I was able to provide you with some counsel and advice. And yes, I thank you very much, Mr. Carlos Trades. I think your DD was sounding good, but I'll continue reading. Predicament you are in. Okay. I advise and fully understanding of the current predicament you're in. It took me a while to compile all this data for you to break it down in easily digestible chunks so you can understand what is going on in GME in particular, but other stocks like AMC. I will once again ask one favor of you, and that is to go and like every one of the tweets in this thread. Quoted, retweeted, AMC hashtags. The goal is to bring direction awareness with correct information to the masses so that we are not lost. So we aren't lost, and have a clear hive mind and a collective synchrony. I agree with them totally. This is like, if we have to stay strong, man, apes together are strong. Apes apart are weak. I'm telling you now, guys, hold on to your bananas. This guy's DD and what he's saying, he's got strong words. I totally agree with him. And a clear hive mind and collective synchrony by us will make it impossible for them to get more shares. Please help me spread this, and I will. I have been, and I am doing it now, my friend. I wish you the best, Carlos Trades. I hope you continue to do great DD like this for people. It is nice that someone does do it. I like to give people advice, and I try to point them in the right directions. I don't really like doing DD all the way out for people. I do like to give my own advice, and I'll go through. But I do love what you did. I believe what you have going on here is dope. Is dope. Guys, check him out. Carlos Trades at Rockstar underscore stocks. On Twitter. Carlos Trades. Carlos Trades. CARLOS Trades. All one word. Guy's solid. Got good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. I was gonna read this, but I want you guys to go check it out for yourself. It is on the GME thing. Actually, you know what? Well, it is kind of long, but I wanted you to just read this little beginning here, and he did kind of he did miss a few points in it, but he was pretty much solid, spot on. So go ahead and take a read right quick. I'm gonna run. I have to go get a drink, so I'll be right back, guys. All right, guys, I'm back. Hopefully, you guys got a good read of that. I think that was a solid point that he had going on. Talking about the short ladder attack, stuff like that, and some other things. I just thought it was a good read. You can get on the GME, and it was posted by u/Obaba. Obaba, u/OHBABAH. He's got some good stuff. So, anyways, other than that, folks, buy and hold, man. You just gotta buy and hold. Um, yeah, that's where it's at, man. Like I was saying, everything I was telling you guys in the last video about how they're shorting the ETFs and stuff like that. Unfortunately, that's something that we are just gonna have to weather the storm with. It's just gonna have to. We just gotta wait for. We just gotta wait for it, man. But there's a. I was going through Twitter and I saw a couple things on the news today, and I'll tell you this: I always take it with a grain of salt. It's all speculation, folks. Just remember that. Nothing's you got to take everything with a grain of salt until it actually happens, and that there's some actually evidence and facts of what you're doing. But there's some guys that have been talking about, sending out little Easter eggs, big names. I'm not going to put them out. You just got to fish them out yourself. There's a couple of, I'll say one, the Wolf of Wall Street's been posting a couple things lately, and I think he has a treat in store for people. I'm not going to, I don't know what he's got planned, but he talked about it a little bit today in a little short video. So God bless that guy. I know he's had a past, but so don't we all? You know, at least I think that guy. I've watched some of his videos and all that stuff on YouTube, and I've looked at some of his things, and I think he might have had a past. He was young and rich, man. Shoot, yeah, you probably go bonkers like he did too if you had that kind of money back then. But I think that guy genuinely is trying to help people these days and does have some good ideas and all that. Uh, and he's one that has been wanting to go after some of these hedge funds for a while himself. So I think some good things are coming from him soon. But don't take my word for it, folks. What do I know? Like I've told you before, people, do not do what I do. I am just a space monkey. This is for entertainment purposes only. I am not a financial advisor. But this is all my speculative ideas and what I think, and and some of it I get from, of course, fellow apes out there in the world that are attempting to help us all become a little richer in life. And I don't see nothing wrong with that at all. Nothing wrong with that at all. Sham scam out. Peace, love, and happiness, people.